is sane. We know that Ufotable has decided to make not one, not two, but three movies to conclude the story. Kind of breaking down step by step what are the risk factors, what are the things that we need in the movie. Let's get into it. So first of all, let's start with what is even the Infinity Castle arc. There will not be spoilers. What is even the Infinity Castle arc? Okay, one might ask. For those who haven't read the manga, Infinity Castle is pretty much like Demon Slayer's Endgame arc. It's the conclusion, and it is the most brutal arc of Demon Slayer. Some people think that season 2 was the best season, and I think it is the best. But this is the most brutal season and the best one in my opinion. This is not going to be a season, it's going to be a movie. This takes place inside the Infinity Castle arc. We saw that all of them fell into Infinity Castle at the end of season 5. The Hashiras are split across the domain. Everyone is scattered throughout the infinite domain of Infinity Castle. So everyone is in different spots. No one knows where the others are. So far, what we do know for sure, Inosuke is alone, Zenitsu is alone, and by the way, he's locked in. Everyone fell into Infinity Castle, but he entered. Gyu and Tanjiro, they're both together. I guess Mitsuri and Kanao fell together. The Mist Hashira, the Wind Hashira, and the Stone Hashira, they fell together. At least that's what I think they felt like. And then Obana Iguro and Mitsuri Kanroji are both together too. Now, fun thing is that they are inside the castle, and guys, let me tell you, you guys are not ready for what's about to happen. Like I said, this is the most brutal arc of Demon Slayer ever. And it's also the conclusion. It's not just about fighting anymore, let me tell you. It's not just about fighting. It's about sacrifice, legacy, and death. Now, let's talk about why Ufotable chose movies and not a TV season. I think this is the best decision they could make. And the reason why I think making movies was a better decision was because the animation level of Demon Slayer, the visual level, is so god tier that it actually deserves to be a movie. It's beyond TV seasons. If you remember season 2 specifically, and pretty much every season of Demon Slayer, when it ends, when the credits are rolling, they're actually rolling like movie. And the animation is movie level animation. So I believe that making 3 movies to conclude the story is the best decision they could make. I am in the favor of it. And it actually helps Demon Slayer to have much wider audience. For those people who still by any chance not know about Demon Slayer, will get to know about Demon Slayer. Let's break it down why it wouldn't work as weekly shonen anime. First of all, let's keep history in mind because Mugen Train made over 500 million US dollars on the box office, which is crazy. For more than 20 years, for more than 2 decades, Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away, the famous anime movie, dominated the anime movie world, with it being the highest grossing anime movie ever made with over $300 million. But the moment Mugen Train came in, it dominated the world of anime movies again. And this time, not just breaking the records, but actually making more records. It grossed over 500 million. So this shows that there is something about Demon Slayer that connects with people on a much deeper level, on a spiritual level even, because people cry their eyes out at the end of Mugen Train. That movie is not only sad, not only emotional, but also very impactful. It completely changed the cinema for anime. It built a new foundation for anime in the world. It's releasing in July 18. It's releasing on July 18 in Japan and on streaming services on Toho, and then in September 18 in USA and Canada. I believe this would be a perfect chance for them to dominate the summertime box office because this movie is gonna make a lot of money. Let me tell you something. And you guys are not ready for what's about to happen. This is gonna be crazy. For those who have not read the manga, you have no idea what's coming for you, buddy. Be ready for deaths. I'm telling you one thing, be ready for deaths. There are gonna be a lot of deaths. There's gonna be sacrifice. There's gonna be emotional turmoil. Be ready. But shit's about to hit the fan. Let me tell you. It's gonna be amazing. Let's talk about the emotional and psychological weight of this arc, and of course movies too, but this arc specifically. There are some specific Hashiras which have some personal vendetta against some upper moons. Some will experience loss, some will experience irreversible growth. Everyone will be changed after this arc because this is the defining arc. a lot of things that are gonna happen in this arc which people will remember forever. In the future, when people will remember Demon Slayer, they're gonna remember this arc. Whenever someone will talk about Demon Slayer, they will immediately start to remember the Infinity Castle arc. That's how impactful it's gonna be. These are gonna be the defining moments of Demon Slayer's entire story. Let's address the elephant in the room, the ufotable factor, animation beyond logic. We all know that Ufotable is one of the best anime studios ever to exist, because Demon Slayer isn't the anime through which they have made their name. Even before Demon Slayer, they have made their name through Fate series. They have dominated the anime industry by how god tier their animation is. Now, let's break it down. What can we expect to the animation? It's gonna be good. Ufotable isn't just animating, they are directing cinema, because it's gonna be movie, so they won't have to censor a lot of things which they would have done or would have to do if it was in weekly shonen anime release, because they would have to censor a lot of things for TV streaming, and that would just kill the vibe. Other than this, they're actually using 3D technology in it too. I'm not talking about CGI, I'm talking about other 3D spatial environments inside castle movements, and each fight has a movie level choreography. Because this is not going to be an anime release, so they will have to meet the standards of a movie. And what's rumored, each movie is getting above $20 million of budget, which is insane. $20 million of budget for every single movie. So there are 3 movies, 2 by 3 is 6. So 60 million of total, 20 million on each movie. I cannot even begin to imagine what craziness are they cooking even as we speak. And okay, there are some chances why this could fail. Now, the chances are very slim, because Demon Slayer is a very popular anime and a very successful franchise by now. But there's a slim chance why this could fail or disappoint fans. Let's break this down. It's logical that a high expectation equals high risk, but I'm pretty sure that the high expectation will be met by high standards of quality. So we know Ufotable how they are. They are always ready to give us with something peak. Now, will the movie format rush major deaths? There are going to be a lot of deaths. So will they rush some major deaths? If each movie is given about 2 hours and 30 minutes of runtime, if each movie is given at least 2 hours, 20 minutes, 2 hours, 30 minutes, or even just 2 hours, but strong and even 2 hours, I believe that they could have some very fine pacing with the story. So pacing will not be affected at all. Another question that is raised is, can they handle character depth in 3 parts? That's a good question. I think they can. It's just my opinion, my belief, and my hope. And I'm sure they can do it. I'm 95% sure they can do it, because they have not disappointed us in the past. So there's a very high chance they will not disappoint us this time either. So what are my final thoughts? Do I believe if this is gonna be the most important anime movie ever? The answer is yes, actually. And let me break down this for you. Why do I believe that this movie is gonna be the most important anime movie ever? You know, this movie is more than just hype. We are all excited, we are all hyped, don't get me wrong, but this is more than just that. This could just be the defining piece of art for anime cinema. If this movie performs well, which I'm pretty sure it will, then this will completely change the anime cinema. People will have a completely different approach towards anime now, because this is what's gonna tell the people who are non-anime fans, or those who do not really like anime, that how much impactful can anime truly be. This will completely change the perspective of the world towards anime. This will completely change the perspective of anime haters towards anime. People will be compelled to look, what made this movie so great? What made this movie so effective, so successful? And it could also push the shonen anime storytelling to a new standard. If this movie performs well, people will now start to respect anime on a cinematic level. Do you realize what Ufotable is doing here? They are literally making a trilogy. A trilogy. When Hollywood makes a trilogy, it becomes a franchise. And Ufotable just released one movie, which was Mugen Train, which comes exactly after season 1. And it blew up in the most positive way possible. And now they're making a trilogy. So this just might accelerate new shonen manga anime storytelling into a completely new cinematic age, which is every otaku's dream, honestly. And I'm so excited that Ufotable is the one that's doing Demon Slayer, and they have decided to end the story in a trilogy. I couldn't be more happier. They couldn't be more better decision makers than this. And the movie's about to be released on July 18th. And one last thing, fans need to be ready for tears, for losses, and for sacrifices, because let me tell you once again, this is the most brutal arc of Demon Slayer. This arc will exactly tell you why Demon Slayer is R-rated and why they decided to make it a movie and not just a season. Be ready, I would say, and keep the hype up. Like this video, like it for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Movie 1. That movie is gonna blow everyone's mind. Let me say that, let's get some revenge for Rengoku-san, shall we? Alright, so those were my thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched it till now, I make videos every single day. I make a lot of good stuff about anime. You can go to my channel and check out other videos too. This is it for today. I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye.